Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here. I'm a chartered accountant by qualification but a teacher by passion. Complex financial concepts and stock market jargons haunt everyone. But my aim is to simplify them. Even if you are from a non-finance background, you will be able to take full control of your finances if you learn in a systematic way. And for that, I have designed these courses. The beginner level course will help you to build a strong foundation for your financial journey. Intermediate courses will help you decide which stocks to buy and sell and when. And advanced courses will help you take your knowledge to the next level. So what are you waiting for? Start your investment journey now. Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here and I welcome you all to a very, very interesting and super informative session. Wow, I played this ad after a long time. So if you want to check out any of our courses, definitely visit www.rachanaranade.com. All right, so today's session is going to be super fun. We are going to discuss about a very, very amazing point as to why is Bank Nifty outperforming Nifty 50, number one. Number two, we are also going to try and understand what could be the possible way ahead for Nifty 50. Could it outperform the Nifty in the coming few months/quarters as well? We are also going to talk about the US inflation data and how we can expect things to pan out in India as well. So it's going to be a fun session. Before we start, Sachin is saying that I did this options course and this is super awesome. Thank you for that, Sachin. So of course, but that's an advanced level course. So if you're clear with the basics, then only should you go for that course. Pooja, if you're again there, you can just pin the link of all our courses in the chat section, right? Chalo, so with this basic thing, now let us go on to some base points. First, we'll start quickly with the inflation data of US and how is it hurting the US stock economy as well as stock markets is what we're going to kickstart. That'll take hardly 2-3 minutes and then we'll move on to the main discussion, which is about Bank Nifty, right? The very first one, I'm sure everyone knows that how the inflation eased off for the second straight month to 8.3 in August 2022, which is lowest in the last 4 months. It was 8.5% in July. And from 8.5%, actually, it went down to 8.3%. But then why did the markets react very negatively? The reason was that everyone was expecting that the inflation will come down from 8.5% to 8.1%. And it came down only to 8.3%. Now, what is the big problem here? What is the big deal? Problem is that in spite of crude oil prices coming down drastically, still, if inflation is increasing, then there is a great possibility that inflation is increasing because of some other factor other than crude oil, obviously. Now, what could that factor be? Where is the inflation going to a higher level, which is really bothering USA? So for that, we are on Trading Economics website. Again, it's a free website. How to use this website, where to see the data points. I've done this in detail in my fundamental analysis course. But as far as inflation is concerned, as far as today's discussion is concerned, I'm going to explain you how to check this data. So I'm on the Trading Economics website. I just scroll down. I select United States. Once I do that, I go to inflation rate, correct? Once I go to inflation rate, here you can see the point that I was making right now from 8.5%. I'll try and zoom this. From 8.5%, it has gone down to 8.3%, but people were expecting it to go down to 8.1%. Now, where is the problem? Problem is here, and that is in the food inflation. In USA, the food inflation is not coming down. And I mean, this is something which hurts a common man. In fact, one of my colleagues was telling me that in USA, he was telling that his brother stays in USA and he has to pay almost twice the price for a packet of butter, okay, for a slice of butter. So that is just as an example, right? But you can see this with the help of this chart, how inflation, food inflation typically was around 5.3% in October 2021, hardly 1 year before. And from that, you can see it's a continuous uptick from 5.3 to 6.1, to 9.4 to 10.9. And the latest month, that is in the August month also, even though overall inflation has come down, food inflation has gone up to 11.4%. is going to bother the US markets? Answer is obviously yes. So it will be interesting to watch how the US Fed approaches this. If you remember, in one of my previous live stream, I told that the Fed chairman was very hawkish in his view. And if you remember, I told you the difference between hawkish and dovish. When the Fed chairman says we are very hawkish, means what? His intention is that he's going to bring down the inflation, is going to curb the inflation, come what may. And he understands that yes, this will hurt the economy, this will lead to a slowdown in the economy, but he says I'm fine with that. My first target is to bring down inflation. That is what is the hawkish view. Okay. And he had very clearly mentioned about that, I guess in the last meeting only. But I think that that view will be maintained, and the Fed meeting is expected on 20th and 21st of September. So if you ask me, would this be a big event to watch for? I definitely feel yes, it is going to be a big event to watch for. Reason is very simple. If USA is increasing the rates by maybe 75 basis points or 1 basis point, 75 basis points is also going to be a big one. In that case, when our monetary policy will start, so our monetary policy committee meeting is expected between 28th to 30th of September. So if US is going to increase their rates, automatically we will have to do that to adjust, uh, adjust our rates as per the global, whatever is going on globally. Otherwise what happens is that it impacts our currency. Okay. This is too much of economics, forget that. Right. What you need to understand is that key points to take away: number one, food inflation, is it high? Yes. Is that going to bother us? 100% yes. Us matlab in USA it is going to bother, yes, 100%. Number one. Number two, what is the key event to watch out for? Key event is on 20th and 21st of September. It's going to be the Fed meeting, but will that also impact our Indian stock market? Answer is again yes. And number three, again very important, is that our Indian monetary policy committee is going to meet on the 28th to 30th September. And we also have to keep a close watch for that, because definitely that is going to impact our markets as well, right? So I hope you have understood the overall thought process about how the macroeconomic factors are looking like. But coming down to our markets now, what a performance it has been. I mean, how many of you loved Bank Nifty going to all time high levels today? I know Nifty is not performing that well, but Bank Nifty is totally on fire. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to again share my screen, and I'm going to show you how Nifty is performing right now, how the overall performance is. So just give me a minute. I'm quickly sharing my screen. um, कहाँ गया screen share? Okay, just hold on for a minute. All right, yes, share. Okay, chalo. So here we are. This is Bank Nifty, and if I were to just quickly close MACD, RSI, ADX, bye bye. Now it's a big full screen. So if you see here, Bank Nifty all time high, 25th October 2021, was at 41,829. This one, 41,829 roughly. Okay, I'm just placing a bar here. And if you see here, we have just gone past that today. And today's high 41,000. क्या बात है 81,000? वाह, 41,840 is the high that we made today. Here also you can see 41,840. So that was a big cheer, and came out as a pleasant surprise. Everyone was happy with the overall performance of Bank Nifty. Even if you check at the weekly chart, it looks pretty strong. I'll just this. Okay. So here you can see that the recovery of Bank Nifty has been amazing. Uh, Daily charts also you can see here that how it has tried this several times, and finally it has turned out as a winner. And yes, it has surely outperformed Nifty very 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 clearly, right? Now if I were to show you one chart pattern, okay, I completely agree with you before even you give me any comment that this is not 100%, that pattern is not being formed 100% very clearly. But if you see this 1 and 2, so again, I completely understand that this is more like a kind of a double bottom. But if I were to connect this, then quickly tell me which pattern is being formed here. Sorry. Till in the meantime, till I draw the neckline, I want everyone quickly in the chat section to tell me which chart pattern is being formed here. Fatafat in the comment section. Again, I'm repeating. I know for sure that this is not exactly a cup. I was about to say the name. Oh, yo, please share the screen. Are. Some glitch, I guess. 1 minute. क्या हो गया? I hope the screen sharing is now visible. स्क्रीन शेअर करा मॅडम. वाचलंच नव्हतं मी. थांब, मी मोबाईल काढून ठेवते इथे. Let me switch on. I mean, let me show this. Watch it for 1 minute and then you will see what I was talking about. फटाफट देख लो. I'm waiting. Yes, now you can see that. And yes, everyone has given the right answer. The correct answer is it is a cup and handle pattern. But as I mentioned, I completely agree to the point that it is not an exact U kind of a thing. It's kind of a double bottom kind of a thing which is being formed. But if that be so, can we try to pull out a target for that? Then ideally target will be from the bottom point to the neckline, almost 19% up from the neckline. And if I were to put it here, then it comes to 46,000 plus. Kya baat hai? 46,000 plus. So if that be so, everyone will be dancing. Can we really see this outperformance of Bank Nifty is the big question. Now for that, is there any other way to check? Let's see the pivot points. Okay, I will just cancel one before that. If I were to say okay, now if you see here, I'm taking you to pivot points. I'm just closing this off. You can see that it has very well crossed the R1, has crossed R2 and R3. It's heading towards R3. R3 is at 43,000. So could that be feasible? As per pivot points, it is coming to this level. Of course, it will be definitely amazing to watch how this really works out. Let's also quickly check how is MACD and RSI doing for Bank Nifty. So MACD and RSI. If you see MACD crossover has already happened, it is in green. If you see RSI is, I'll just zoom out. It has seen a resistance at this level, at almost 70 level, quite for some time. It did bounce from here, went down. If it happens, it could be a retest and bounce. If that happens, then we can again see Bank Nifty zoom up higher and higher. But then, is my view super duper positive, super duper bullish? And I would not say immediately yes. Uh, I would want to wait a little bit. I would want to see the outcome of the Monetary Policy Committee meeting. I would want to watch out for the Fed meeting, and then I believe I'll be in a much confident position to add up positions. Of course, no doubt that I am bullish in the medium term to long term, but I think it'll be more wise to look out for the key events which are happening in the coming few days and then take your final call, right? Exactly, that's what Rajesh says. It depends upon on Fed meeting and RBI decisions, right? But there is one thing for which you need not check what is happening in the US in the Fed meeting. There is one thing which you need not check what is happening in the RBI meeting. And what is that? If you can. Yes, Bharat Bansal is the first one who has understood, who has read my mind. Yes, likes. Kya baat hai? These days even my wit is increasing, I guess. I'm trying to find out newer and newer ways, impromptu, to ask for the likes in the video. So Madhurya says like कर दिया. अरे बाकी लोगों को भी बताओ मधुरिया. मधुर जा. Oh sorry, मधुर जा. कर दिया. Okay, smash the like button. You need not wait for the Fed meeting. You need not wait for the RBI meeting. Fatafat people, 22,141 people watching. Sirf 619 likes. I'm going to have an amazing analysis in the coming 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute also. Rachana ma'am, right to ask likes. Actually, yeah, already like करतो सुरू झालं की. How can you relate, ma'am? अभी I've been teaching for last how many years now? I started teaching in 2009, and teaching in live classes requires a lot of presence of mind. So maybe little bit I developed over a period of time, I guess. Okay, cool. 909 likes. I'm going to wait till 1,000, and then I'm going to start with a super duper analysis. Because right now we saw that yes, Bank Nifty did hit all-time high, but why? Was there something fundamentally that changed in Bank Nifty? Uh, was it something which has changed? Acha, crossed 1K ka झालं. Okay, so we are now going to come to a super duper interesting analysis about Bank Nifty. So I want 110% attention for the next 5 to 7 minutes is also fine. 5 minutes is also fine. Are you ready for the next 5 minutes where I'm going to share some amazing information about why is there any reason why Bank Nifty has performed so well, has outperformed? For that, before I goof up, let me share the screen first, and then I will start with the screen sharing. Let me just check screen sharing hota hai nahi hota hai. I again got a patang WhatsApp. Okay, chalo. So I think screen sharing done properly. Let me just check once. Screen sharing. Okay, perfect. Fantastic. Chalo. Um, right. So 100% attention. Next 5 minutes maximum. Okay. What I've tried to do is I've tried to give you a presentation which talks about a glimpse of Q1 FY23. Okay. You'll be like, Gee, Q1 FY23, why so much old data? This is June ending quarter. Because September has not yet ended. How can I get the data for Q2, right? For Q2 FY23, such kind of data will have to wait for a few more weeks, right? In fact, month. Because if I were to get the entire data, by the way, just for your information, the rule is that after the end of the quarter, within 45 days, you have to present your financial data. Okay, your quarterly results have to be presented within 45 days from the end of the quarter, right? So right now we have the data only for Q1 FY23. Now 100% attention. If you have a look here, if I'm talking about the top line growth, okay, everyone understands that. Nifty top line growth here you can see is at 31.7%. Even if you are not able to see it, it's okay. I'm reading out the key figures. So rather than just saying that Array, I can't see, the screen is blur or whatever, you can listen to me. And if you have faith in me, then I can read properly. Okay. So just trust whatever I'm reading out. So Nifty 50 top line growth is 31.7%. How much has been the growth for financials? Of course, banking, the moment I'm trying to analyze banking, it falls in the financial sector, right? Financial sector has grown only at 2.7%. You'll be like, "Arey, this is underperformance." Nifty top line has Nifty 50 top line of all the Nifty 50 companies, right? Put together. That is at 31.7%. Financials is only 2.7%. Is it underperformance? Yes. Yes. Now let's check EBITDA growth. Okay, this is EBITDA growth on a YOY basis, year on year basis. Now, if you see here for Nifty 50, the EBITDA growth is 14.3%. But if you are checking financials, it's 18.7%. Okay, so is financials sector outperforming Nifty in the EBITDA growth? Answer is yes. Now, not only EBITDA growth on a year-on-year basis is important, very important is also how much was the EBITDA margin in the first quarter of FY23. Now, if you see here, overall for Nifty 50 companies, EBITDA margin was 25.4%. Okay, 25.4% EBITDA margin of which quarter? Q1 FY23. How about financials? Now, if you see here, financials, EBITDA margin was 64.9%. Is that a big number? And answer is again yes. Has financial sector clearly outperformed the Nifty 50 EBITDA margin? 100% is easily, yes, anyone can tell that, right? Now, if I were to take a breakup, or if I were to, not a breakup exactly, if I were to dig down a little bit deep, Nifty 50 25.4%. Here you can see Nifty 50 25.4% is the EBITDA margin. How has the performance been on a QOQ basis? QOQ change and YOY change. You can see a QOQ change 166 negative basis points, and YOY also 388 negative basis points. Basis points is basically percentage. Okay, but so not 388 percentage, 100 basis points means 1%. Okay, so 1.66% negative and 3.88% negative. Okay, now if I were to check for 64.9% EBITDA margin, here you can see 64.9% on a QOQ basis, this is an improvement of 6.06%, and YOY basis it's an improvement of 8.74%. So overall EBITDA margins have, see, if you have not understood this, everyone please pay attention. How much is the EBITDA margin for this quarter, Q1 FY23? For first quarter of FY23, it is 64.9%. Correct? Financials ka EBITDA margin is 64.9%. Has it improved or has it performed badly? For that, I need to do a QOQ comparison and a YOY comparison. And if you see here, QOQ basis also it has improved 6.06%, and YOY also it has improved 8.74%. But Nifty, it is a degrowth of 1.66% and 3.88%. Again, for EBITDA margin, has financial sector clearly outperformed Nifty 50? And answer is again yes. Now moving with the PAT growth. Okay, profit after tax growth. See Nifty 50, PAT growth percentage YOY 15.4%. How much is financial sectors ka PAT growth? It is 33.8%. Kya baat hai? Okay. Now if you see Nifty 50 here for PAT margins percentage, it is 9.5%. But for financials, it's 18.6% PAT margin. Kya baat hai? All in all, be it PAT growth on a year-on-year basis or be it overall PAT margin for Q1 FY23, again, can I say financial sector has outperformed Nifty 50? And answer is again yes. Here also you can see at a PAT margin of 9.5%, there is a degrowth on QOQ as well as YOY basis. But as far as financials are concerned, at 18.6% PAT margin, QOQ minor degrowth, but YOY 4.33% growth. Is this an amazing thing? Answer is obviously yes. Okay. Now let us come to two important points as to how is the credit growth and how much are the NPAs. These are two most important points for banks. Now if you see here, this is an article that I'm referring to. This one says bank credit growth hits near 9-year high of 15.5%. Wow, credit growth is hitting 9-year high of 15.5%. Is that a wonderful thing? Answer is obviously yes. What about NPA ratio? Again, whatever data I have taken, all these very nice charts that I'm referring to, everything is available on Google. Okay, we have just tried to call it that. RBI bank NP ratio is at 6-year low, but fintech exposed system to new risks. Agreed. But now you can understand what a combination. Credit growth at 15.5%, 9-year high data. And if I were to talk about NPA is at 6-year low. That is also again fantastic. Correct? I hope everyone is understanding this. So overall, this is also fantastic. Now, this is what is the expectation for financial year 22. Financial year 22. Financial 22 is the actual data. Financial year 23 is an estimate, 24 is again an estimate, and it is believed that abhi to party shuru hui hai, because here you can see 26.1. Okay, 26.1%. This is expected to go to 29% and then to 29.7%. Okay, and similar growth hardly at such a high level we cannot really see, because energy also on a downward trend, minerals in a kind of a downward trend, IT more or less similar, consumer staples more or less similar, healthcare more or less similar, consumer discretionary, again this is one area, consumer discretionary at 1.9% to 5.1 to 6.2. This is again expected to grow pretty high. But right now, because we are talking only about banking sector, I think I'm really happy with this. If this really turns out well, it will be fun watching the Bank Nifty and the cup and handle pattern that I showed right now for 47,000. With this, maybe possible, right? Is market responding or is market respecting this data point? Answer is obviously yes. Because if you see Bank Nifty from the lows, June lows, it has gone up 29.4%. If you're talking about public sector banks only, it has gone up 42.66%. If I'm talking about Nifty, it has gone up only 19.08%. So all in all, I can say that Nifty 19.8%, Bank Nifty 29.4%, and on top of that, PSU banks though is just on fire, 42.66%. This was the analysis that I wanted to do for you all, wherein I wanted to compare Bank Nifty performance as compared to Nifty performance. Please let me know, did you like this or not? Because as I mentioned, see, even though we did not do the calculation one by one, that how much is Nifty to overall sales, and this, every each and every data has been pulled from the internet only. Okay, referring to various sites, referring to various articles. But then, it surely still does take quite a bit of time to collate the relevant data, to try and see what kind of analysis is this really coming out to some good conclusion or not. So yes, I'm so happy everyone just loved this, understood very well. Jhakas. जितने सिंह अच्छा लगा पर वापस देखना पड़ेगा, गुड ना, मेरा व्यू बढ़ेगा और I did not want to stretch it more and more, because even if you can anyways revisit this, right? So this was quite wow. Kya baat hai? Ravi is saying quite interesting and thought provoking. Which banks to invest in? That is $1 million question. Planning to have a bank as the stock of the month for the next month is what I see. People are also asking about Polyplex Corporation. Today it again saw some sell off. If those who have seen the Polyplex video, everyone knows I have given levels at which I am going to buy. The first level was the current level only, wherein I released the video. Second support zone for Polyplex is what again I've discussed in the video. It's yet to reach that. If it reaches that, my second one third tranche is going to go at that level. So those who want to get know when am I going to invest the second tranche in Polyplex, sorry, please revisit our members, pro investor members video. For those whose pro investor membership has not I mean, if it has expired, Pooja, again, if you can quickly share the pro investor membership link here, because that is where I keep on doing some updates as well. It'll be fun, I'm sure. गायत्री इनामदार म्हणते फर्स्ट डे काहीच कळालं नाही. असंच असतं गायत्री, दर गुरुवारी आहे म्हणजे तुला आपोआप सगळं कळायला लागेल. तोपर्यंत चालू दे, हळूहळू कळेल, डोंट वरी. All right. So with that, quick questions is what I'm going to take. It's 10:30. Don't want to stretch the stream a lot. You apply in NIB in IPO? No, I apply. If you're talking about you apply in NIB. HNI म्हणायचंय का तुला? HNI to I have applied in the RII category. Okay. Ranjit is saying YouTube payments have become a pain. I understand, Ranjit. I think I should start membership on my website rachanaranade.com. It'll be easier. Pricing will be in my hand. I can give discounts whenever I want. If it is YouTube memberships, I can't give discount. It's not in my hand. YouTube decides it, and I just can't do a lot on that. So maybe I should start membership on my website is what I really feel now. All right. Perfect. Chalo. So Pinky is asking, do you have separate course on options? It's a futures and options course, Pinky, not only options, right? Jayesh is saying, yes, started on your website. Fantastic. Okay. I've seen an offer on Insta. No. There are many fraudsters, and I've feel so bad. People pay money and then they get cheated. They get some old course, and that too also it will not be complete. In fact, one of one of the persons told me, my team, of course, that someone gave them almost, someone asked for a lot of money, gave some course to them. A virus entered their computer and almost 40,000 ka laptop got damaged because of the virus. A similar case was seen for a phone. So please don't fall into such traps. If you are wanting to enroll for the course, there is just our website, which is rachanaranade.com. That is where you can really Latha is also saying in the chat, I lost money on Insta. Oh, so sorry to hear that. Please don't believe in fraudsters, people. There is just one website which is genuine, rachanaranade.com. Jinit is saying, ma'am, your blogs are amazing, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Jinit. So good to hear that. Love that comment. For those who are not still reading my blogs, you have to go to rachanaranade.com, visit the blog section. Every day we talk about one chart, technical analysis. It is free. Please go and visit there. Okay. Harsha Engineering, Arun is asking, I've done a live stream on that today, and it is I've, 6 p.m. I have done a live stream about the IPO, and in that I've of course told that yes, I'm going to apply through all 5 accounts, right? Um, Rosary FA, hold for long term. Rosary is a good stock, fundamentally, no doubt about that. And thank you, Gokula, for the super chat. Sachin is asking, why cement and tire stocks on fire? Tire ke liye to main point is, again, to some extent, it does depend on crude oil as well. When crude oil is down, paints and tire are two sectors which get positive benefit of that. So tire is that main reason, and cement right now, I personally believe, anyways, there was a lot of correction. It's kind of a sectoral rotation, because of which uh, cement stocks are seeing some sort of uptick. Ashwin, thank you for the super chat. Ashwin says, hi ma'am, please make a video on moratorium on health insurance. Okay, that's a topic which was not there on my list. Pooja, if you can write this down as well and remind me tomorrow. Moratorium. I'm writing it down, but I may very well forget it. Moratorium on health insurance. We'll surely try, Ashwin. We'll try to do that in the coming month, in October, right? Someone was asking me, do you still hold Jubilant? Of course. Of course. I've done a lot of analysis for that stock. I definitely still have conviction in that stock. I do continue to hold Jubilant Foodworks. Views on Dixon, Aarti, and Apple. Suresh, all are amazing stocks, man. I have discussed all these 3 stocks in my pro investor memberships, and I do continue to hold. But Apple, though, I've anyways told. Dixon also, I've entered, and Aarti, I guess, but a very small quantity, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Welcome to all the pro investor memberships, by the way, those who are joining as pro investor members today. Chalo, just 1 or 2 quick questions. Don't send any other super chats. Just 2 quick questions I'm going to take. Kya baat hai? Samir is saying your shorts are superb. They are super info in packets. So again, for everyone, I'm posting a short every single day. Pooja, if there is our shorts playlist, please paste it in the live stream. We are trying our level best to come up with this 1 minute information for all our YouTube viewers, and hopefully you'll be able to get some nice information, and that too very very quickly, right? Any other quick question? Just trying to see if there is any specific repeat question or not. HCL Tech View, right now I'm wanting to stay away a little bit from IT stocks. Not planning to enter at this point in time, any IT stock for that matter, right? I think we are done for the day. I have answered a few super chats and few normal chats as well. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream, and still the chats are going very fast. But I think some other day, maybe next Thursday live stream, I'll see you all. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, don't forget to give that big fat like, hit that big fat like button again. And yeah, that's it from my side. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.